Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Starting off in the 70s in a few more spots today instead of the 60s. It's not too far from what's normal, but it's a little different from what we had earlier this week. Yesterday, a lot of us stopped in the mid-80s because of the clouds, and I think we're going to have something similar on tap for today. And probably tonight, we still have some of those clouds lingering about, so I don't expect temperatures to really bottom out tomorrow. But as we get to the weekend and we get that next push, that reinforcing shot of some cooler and drier air, well, now I think we can get some more of those cooler and more comfortable mornings coming our way. I don't see a lot of organized across our part of the southeast. There are still some showers down to the south. There's more energy off to the east, and we're kind of close enough where maybe we catch a couple isolated showers at times later on today, but I'm not really counting on it. So I think most of the area stays dry, just a little bit more cloudy and a little bit more humid. We see those dew point numbers in the upper 60s and low 70s. We see the air temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s. We're at 73 right now in Tallahassee. We're at 72 in Valdosta. We're at 68 degrees in Thomasville. There is a little bit of a breeze out of the east and northeast. That'll be the main wind direction for us throughout the day today. And with the exception of Blakely, which is down at 63, pretty much everybody else between like 67 and 73. So we got a pretty tight grouping of temperatures, just a little bit warmer, but not too unseasonable for late September. Now, I don't see any fog out there. We could find a little bit of patchy fog this morning or tomorrow morning. A lot of the focus is going to be on what's happening out to our east. That area of low pressure, that coastal low, is going to be developing and working its way up towards the Carolinas and the mid-Atlantic. It's going to take the best rain chances with it. Now, around that area of low pressure, the winds circulate counterclockwise, so we should be pulling in a northeast or a north breeze, which is going to be a cooler one, and is actually going to be a drier one. So I think that can provide that reinforcing shot of cooler and drier air for the weekend. Should give us a pretty nice forecast for the weekend. If we're going to find some showers, I still think coastal areas, eastern areas have the best shots today, but we could find a couple across the board. And then as we get into the day tomorrow, we start to clear out, we start to dry out even more, and that should provide for a brighter, a sunnier, and a nicer setup for the upcoming weekend. Let's talk tropics. We've got Hurricane Nigel still out there, still a hurricane, but as it's going to move over colder and colder waters in the North Atlantic, it will start to fizzle out, never near any land areas. Here's what we've got across the picture, and we can see Nigel racing off to the north. We've talked about that coastal low that we'll be watching form off the Atlantic. But how about way out over here near the Cape Verde Islands? This piece of energy looks a little bit more organized today than it did yesterday. This is likely going to be the next area that develops, and we've got plenty of time to watch and see what becomes of this, if anything ever becomes of this. But it's up to a 70% chance. I'd be surprised if we don't start giving this the upgrade later on today, as long as it keeps looking the way it does on the satellite presentation. Now, winds on the Gulf close to home, east and northeast, and increasing up to about 10 to 20 knots. So look for those winds and those seas to perk up a bit today. Those seas like 2 to 4 feet, and maybe a moderate chop, even choppy conditions in the protected waters. We've got 60s and 70s. It is a little bit warmer. There'll be some sunshine early. There'll be more clouds early too. I think this afternoon, more clouds than sunshine. A few showers and some lucky spots will put the rain chance around 40%, and that likely keeps our temperatures in the mid-80s. Tonight it'll be more mid-60s and upper 60s because I think the clouds are going to linger a bit. There might even be a few lingering showers into the first part of tomorrow, but I think as we go through the day tomorrow, we start to clear out. That breeze freshens up from the northeast and north, and that should bring with it a couple of really comfortable starts Saturday and Sunday. Now, with that sunshine, with that drier air, it'll still get toasty in the afternoons Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We could see those top temperatures flirt with 90.